Okay, my little babies, this is Aka Judy, Judy, Grandma Judy. I'm grandma to all of you. If your grandma's gone on to glory, as long as I'm here, keep on emailing me about anything. I will keep it privately between us, and I'll give you my wisdom of 70 years. You may not like some of the things I have to tell you, but I tell you, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. Grandma's not going to cuss you out or anything like that, but when you're doing something wrong, Grandma's going to tell you you're doing something wrong. Okay, this is Mahalia Jackson, the world's greatest gospel singer. She was born in 1911 and she died in 1972. She's from New Orleans, Louisiana. That's what it says. Mahalia Jackson, the world's greatest gospel singer. Okay, I love her. I think I have Mahalia and Celia Cruz records. Think about that now. This is what Mahalia said. She said, "It has meant so much for me that a great part of the brave fight for freedom down south is now coming from inside the church and from the hymns and the gospel songs that people are singing." Best song I like about hers, which I love all of them, but do you all remember Imitation of Life with Lana Turner? When this girl didn't want to have anything to do with her mother because her mother was black and she was white looking and she wanted to pass for white, which I really could understand why she'd want to do it in that day and time, trust me. But you still can't put your mother down, even if you had to sneak and call your mother up on the phone. But she just wanted to be white. But then when her mother died, Mahalia sang at the funeral. And she sang a song that we all need to put on and sing. It's called "Soon I'll Be Through with the Trouble of This World and Going Home to God." So thank you, Sister Mahalia Jackson. She was a good friend with Studs Terkel, too, a writer that I really love so much. All right, I'm going to put that down. I'll get another. Remember, I'm not doing these in any order. I thought I was finished, and then I found more pictures I had on my bulletin board. And you feel free to email me of any other people, or feel free to build your own website. Make your own video of people that maybe I left out. Because we have so many beautiful, famous, and not so famous Americans and people from all parts of the world who have made us proud as a people. They're known all over the world. Ella Fitzgerald, the First Lady of Song, born in 1918. Rest in peace, Ella. Her birthplace was Newport News, Virginia. A tisket, a tasket, little yellow basket. Ella could sing anything for me. I have a lot of Ella on my song list also. Rest in peace, darling. Another singer, Sarah Vaughan, the Divine One, 1924 to 1990. Birthplace, Newark, New Jersey. Sarah Vaughan. Rest in peace, my darling. And this is what she had to say. "I just sing. I don't know what I sound like or who I sound like. I don't know what kind of singer I am. I just open my mouth and sing." And that is beautiful Sarah Vaughan. Our next lady, Lena Horne, rest in peace, darling. The Lady and Her Music, 1917. She's passed on also. Birthplace, Brooklyn, New York. She lived to be up in her 90s. God bless her. Here's what she's saying. "I was always battling the system to try to get to be with my people. Finally, I wouldn't work for places that kept us out. I wouldn't get a place to live. So she said she couldn't get a place to live, so she fought for housing. The mere fact of living had to be fought because I was black, and I never lost sight of that." And that's from the late Lena Horne. She never lost sight of that. We're blessed to have this sister still with us. Ozzie Davis, beautiful queen, Ruby D. Love you, Ruby. Ruby D, theatrical pioneer, 1923, birthplace Cleveland, Ohio. See, we're from all 50 of these states. All 50. Beautiful, beautiful lady. Here's what she had to say. I like the idea of people striving to be better and to make the world better. That's what being young is all about. You have the courage and the daring to think that you can make a difference. That's why I'm here in my last few years or months or days or minutes. I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference. Thank you, Ruby Ann Wallace, also known as Ruby D. I know it must be sad without Ozzie, but you two will live forever. And you showed us what marriage was about, and loving one another, and being true and stand with one another. God bless you, Sister Ruby D. Next, we have our opera singer, Leontyne Price. I'll never forget, a guy came into my house one day, and I had country and western music. I had opera. I had Leontyne Price. I had Pavarotti. I had all of them. He was a white man, and he says, I didn't know you people listen to that type of music. And I told him, I says, what do you mean, you people? Music is music. I listen to all of it. Like I told you, I even liked Coolio, Gangsta Paradise. Although my daughter told me, Mom, that's about the only one you probably going to like listening to. I liked some of Tupac's. He was right on target about a lot of things he had to say. No, I didn't make a steady diet of it because really, I had a teacher to tell me when I was young that when you have to resort to using profanity, that you're not educated and you're ignorant. That you should try to insult people with words from the thesaurus if you just got to insult people. I'd rather just educate and not insult. And that's Leontyne Price. She's a diva, born in 1927. Thank you, darling. Next, I'm bringing up Septima Ponsete Clark. She was the founder of Freedom Schools, 1896 to 1987, I think this is what it said. I don't have my glasses on. And she was born in Charleston, South Carolina. Can you imagine you have to set up Freedom Schools? And this is what Septima said. I have great belief in the fact that wherever there is chaos, it creates a wonderful thinking. I consider chaos a gift. So if you want to realize, her mother was raised in Haiti. There she was taught to read and write. Her mother was extremely proud of these skills, so she planted in Septima the belief that literacy was the key to power. So thank you very much, Sister Septima. She died the same year my husband died, in 1987, when our daughter was 7 years old. But thank you, darling, for everything you did. I didn't make this beautiful lady to be the last one, but we all need to thank this lady for our education, especially our college education. This is Mary McLeod Bethune. She's called the Great Educator. She was born in 1875 and she died in 1955. She was a good friend of First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. Her birthplace was Maysville, South Carolina. And here's what she had to say. I am my mother's daughter, and the drums of Africa still beat in my heart. They will not let me rest while there is a single Negro boy or girl without a chance to prove his worth. That needs to be repeated. She says, I am my mother's daughter, and the drums of Africa still beat in my heart. They will not let me rest while there is a single Negro boy or girl without a chance to prove his worth. She grew up in the cotton fields of South Carolina. They used to think education was a waste of time for African American children. I don't like to use that word African, for black children, brown children. But Mary wanted to go to school. And even though it was difficult for her parents supporting her, she proved to be a very hard-working student. In 1895, she graduated from the Moody Bible Institute in Georgia. But then Mary heard about a city in Florida where there was no school, and in 1904, she headed to Daytona Beach to establish a school for young black women. When Mary arrived in Daytona, she had $1.50 in her pocket, but the lack of money didn't stop her. She taught her first 5 students out of a rented cottage. She sold sweet potato pies and asked for donations from churches and clubs to finance her struggle. People responded to this determined woman. With their help and a lot of hard work, Mary was able to build the Daytona Normal and Industrial Institute for Negro Girls. In 1923, she merged her school with another black Florida school, the Cookman Institute. The result was Bethune-Cookman College, now a highly regarded, accredited academic institution. Mary McLeod Bethune used her stubborn determination to help make education available to thousands of brown Americans. Remember, I told you I don't like to use that word African anymore. Just brown Americans, pink Americans, yellow Americans. She called, and I don't like to use slave anymore either, kidnap people. She called on that same quality to fight for others' causes as well. She founded the National Council of Negro Women. Negro is black in Spanish, so that was just another way of calling you black in Spanish. NCNW. In 1935, and was the director of the National Business League and the National Urban League. She was also an advisor to 4 presidents. In 1935, President Franklin D. Roosevelt established the Office of Minority Affairs and appointed Mary as the administrator. It was the first post of its kind to be assigned to a brown American woman. Later, her title was changed to Director of the Division of Negro Affairs, or Director of the Division of Black Affairs. Mary McLeod Bethune lived for 80 years. During most of that time, she worked tirelessly to help her people, and her legacy live on. Thank you, Sister Mary. Thank you so much. You sacrificed your whole life. You never married. You never had children. But we're your children. We're your grandchildren. We're your great-grandchildren. And I'm so sorry that all of us are not making you proud. But a lot of us are. I'm sorry about all the killing that's going on in Chicago, Sister Mary. But it will come to an end. I'm sorry about all the disrespect against elders like you. But it will come to an end. Sister Mary, thank you. This elder thanks you. I appreciate what everyone who went before us did to get us to this point. And we're not going to let you down. I'll see you, sister, in that great getting up in the morning in the sky. Well, I'll be with all you saints. And the devils, they'll be with their devil too, burning in hell. So just want to let you know, every video that I put on here, I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. So God bless you, darling. And go on back with your rest. Thank you, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. And I'm going to ask a brother out there, would you go and find brothers that aren't that famous? And would you please do a video, a positive video on them like I found these sisters? Most of these pictures came out of a book on beautiful black women. And I just shared it with you. Okay. God bless you. I love you. And this is Grandma. I'm here for all of you. I'm your grandma. Bye-bye.